What's up, y'all? My name is James Benefico here in Austin, Texas, and this is a Jewish defense of Candace Owens. Now, I feel uniquely positioned to make this video because I grew up with Candace. We grew up in the same neighborhood in Stamford, Connecticut. We went to elementary, middle, and high school together, so I've known her forever. If you need some receipts, here's our yearbook from Newfield Elementary School in 1999. And let's see here. There's little baby Candace. And let's see. And there's me, young stud muffin, James Benefico. So if you can't tell by my last name, my dad is Italian American and my mom is Jewish. So I grew up with both Jewish and Catholic influence. And today I consider myself a Jewish follower of Yeshua. So Candace and I go way back, and I have a lot of love for her. I haven't seen her in a couple of years, but I felt compelled to make this video really mainly as a message to my Jewish brothers and sisters. I do not believe that Candace is hateful at all. I think what she does hate is corruption and lying and blackmail and warmongering. And you know what? I hate those things too. I love people. I love Palestinians. I love Jews. I love Christians. I love everyone. But I hate lying. I hate war more than anything. I used to work for Ron Paul back in the day, and that's my main issue. This corruption, military industrial complex, just it, it's disgusting what's happening. And this is really a message to my Jewish brothers and sisters that it's okay to call out corruption within our own community. This is what Candace did with the Black community. She called out some issues within the Black community. And I'm here today to call out blatant corruption and really evil that's taking place in the Jewish community. I mean, for God's sakes, guys, if we cannot call out Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, Mossad, honeypot, child sex trafficking operations to manipulate American politics, then who are we? Are we the chosen people if we can't call out child trafficking? We're not chosen because of our blood or because of our culture or religion. We're chosen by God to be righteous, to love our neighbors, to be forgiving, to show compassion, to be charitable. That is what makes us chosen, not the blood running through our veins. Now, I was talking to my mom recently, and this gets into the issue of Jewish supremacy. And not all Jews believe in this, many don't. But it is a very strong mindset within the Jewish culture that Jews are better than other people. It's in the Talmud at parts. And my mom was telling me that my grandma raised her with the belief that Jews are better than other people and she was better than others. And I'm so grateful, so eternally grateful to my mom that she broke free from this brainwashing and that she raised me to treat all people with dignity and respect. It was the greatest gift she could have ever given me as a mother. Now, I feel terrible to besmirch my own grandmother because I love my grandma so much. She was a wonderful woman, but this is how the indoctrination works. She was raised that way from when she was a kid, right? So when you believe that you're better than other people and that your life matters more than other people, it can lead to all of these things I just talked about, manipulation and not valuing human life. And that's what we see. I always see comments, turn Gaza to glass, and like just disgusting things like that. No regard for human life, no regard for our brothers and sisters. It just it makes me sad, genuinely sad that this is taking place. To be fair, this same demonic energy that's present in Jewish supremacists, I see the same thing when I see comments like Hitler should have finished the job. There is hate on both sides. There's no doubt about it. But we can only bring peace when we embody peace and when we love our enemies and bless those who curse you. So anyone who's watching this, if you hate me because I'm Jewish, then I love you. I genuinely mean that. And I know there's some goodness somewhere in your heart. And you just need to see an example of Jewish people standing up for what's right. I truly believe that. There was this guy who, I forget his name. You could tell me in the comments, this black guy, and he went into Ku Klux Klan meetings and would befriend people. And by showing them love, he was able to get people like, maybe I'm on the wrong path. maybe black people aren't that bad after all. And through showing love and giving a genuine effort to build friendships, he was able to depolarize them. And, I feel like God's put it on my heart to do that because the things I've been through in my life, I just don't have any room to hate anybody anymore. But I do have some room to call out lies and corruption and this supremacist attitude that I feel like is causing more hate. Calling out Mossad blackmail operations and calling out warmongering and calling out Jewish influence that's corrupt in the United States media and all these pornographers and stuff, like calling that out doesn't make people hate Jews more. It will actually bring peace. We have to clean our house. If you had a neighbor or if you knew of a group of people and a few people in that group were doing horrible things, and then the rest of the group just buried their head in the sand and never addressed it, you would start getting pissed at all those other people, even if they weren't doing anything. It's precisely because they're not doing anything that people get mad. Okay. Now, I do disagree with Candace on quite a few of her theories and arguments, but I don't think that's coming from a place of hate. I think she's misguided on some of these topics. And Candace, I'd love to talk to you about it and offer some perspective because I believe I can cut through to the core of how this Jewish supremacy emerged. And if you ask me, it goes all the way back to the time of Jesus and before. I could talk all day about this, the branch between the Essenes and the Pharisees and these different lineages of Judaism, because Judaism at its core is a religion of peace that has been perverted to be a religion of blood sacrifice and of all these man-made commandments and traditions and of ethnic supremacy. And it's very sad because I believe that at the core, Yeshua the Nazarene was reforming Judaism to the one religion, to the one true religion. Okay. That's a long, long video. I'm not going to get into it now, but this concept of blood sacrifice is carried on through the ages and ethnic supremacy. And then we see all these distortions in the Talmud. And that's what informs a lot of Jewish culture. And again, not all Jews believe this stuff. Most don't even know about it at all. They have no idea. But there's this momentum that's carried forward, and it's causing a lot of chaos and hatred in the world, So Candace does not hate Jewish people. She's defended Justin Baldoni, who's a Jew. She's defended many different Jews. And I guarantee you, if you're cool, she won't hate. She doesn't hate anybody. If you're just cool, she's not going to call you out. If you don't like genocide and warmongering and manipulation of politicians and blackmail, like the stuff we see with RFK, I love RFK. I've interviewed RFK. I've worked in organic nutrition for over 10 years, and I sat down with him and we talked about holding these corrupt corporations accountable, cleaning up the food supply. And I sincerely believe that he has a genuine, heartfelt desire to end the chronic disease epidemic. Well, unfortunately, it seems like they got some dirt on him. And I don't know what he did. I hope it's not super bad. I would be heartbroken if it was. But I mean, the Kennedys are known for skedaddling around and doing things they shouldn't do in the bedroom. So they probably got some dirt on him, having affairs and whatnot. And it's a heartbreaking situation. And speaking of which, Rabbi Shmuley, I mean, my goodness, I love all people, but this guy objectively is a low vibration human being. I mean, if I was a raging anti-Semite and I wanted someone to be the brand ambassador of the Jews, the face of Judaism, I would pick Rabbi Shmuley. That's how unlikable this guy is. And Candace calling out all of his corruption and his weird stuff, selling dildos. And I mean, there's a lot of weird stuff with him and Michael Jackson and just the constant warmongering. It is such a bad look for the Jewish people. We need to find a new ambassador for the faith because the guy is so reactive and just attacks everyone, tries to sue everyone, plays into every anti-Semitic trope imaginable. It is just not a good look for our community at all. So Candace calling him out is not because she hates Jews, and me calling out Mossad and these different things isn't because I hate Jews. I love Jews. I genuinely think Jews are extremely intelligent and hilarious. Some of the funniest people you'll ever meet. It's just, I truly believe there needs to be a reformation in the culture where we start holding our own house accountable, where we lobby for peace, for forgiveness, for compassion, where we lead with those divine attributes. That's how we can actually be chosen people, not by destroying Gaza, not by controlling elections, not by all of this stuff, man. It's so heartbreaking. So I'm kind of ranting now, but I want to end with one story about Candace from back in the day that I thought y'all might find as funny. So I was captain of the football team in high school, and she was on the cheerleading. She might have been captain of the cheerleading team, but she was on the cheerleading team. And I used to drink and smoke, and I was just like out of control, me and my friends. And I had a horrible game against our city rival, just a terrible game, and we ended up losing. And I was dejected after. And I'm walking off the field, and I see Candace, and Candace goes, "Great job, James. Way to ruin it for all of us." And I smile about it now because she knew that I was a partier and she knew that I had a horrible game. Did she call me out because I'm Jewish? Did she call me out because she hates Jews? Or did she call me out because objectively I partied when I shouldn't have the night before the game and I had a horrible game and contributed to our team losing? Okay. So if it's quite obvious that Candace is someone who just calls out BS. That's what she does. Sometimes she's misguided potentially, but she calls out BS, and that's what she did to me. And that story sticks with me because it actually served as a wake-up call for me. Hey, maybe you shouldn't get drunk the night before a big game, obviously. So my goal with this video is to plant a seed like that with my Jewish brothers and sisters, that it's okay to call out these corrupt practices that are present in Israeli intelligence agencies, dual citizenship by politicians, the oversized influence of AIPAC. This can actually bring peace. This does not bring division. This can bring peace when we are able, think about any other community. Any other community, if they're doing corrupt stuff, don't you want that community to hold themselves accountable? Or do you want everyone to bury their heads in the sand? It's so obvious. And I bring this message to everyone with genuine love for humanity, with a genuine, heartfelt desire for peace among all people. We can do this, but we can only do it when we feel peace in our heart, when we forgive others. Okay. So that's my rant for today. Candace, miss you. Hope you're doing well. And signing off.